Are you actually recording?
I am. Hello.
What's he doing at the table?
Merry Christmas.
Yay.
Christmas episode. I'm going to have jingle sleigh bells playing over the back of it all the way through.
All the way through.
No, not really. Episode 4, Christmas special. I'm Rick, and today we are joined by
Jake. Did I do that right?
You're doing well so far. You're doing really
Jake
well.
feels uncomfortable because it's his. Is it your first one?
Yeah.
Popped his.
Introducing Jake.
Podcast virginity.
That's a bit weirdly. Sally is here again.
Daniel.
Ooh,
Liam. Yeah.
that was quite morose. Liam.
It was quite what?
Morose.
Was morose?
Yes.
What's morose mean?
Sad.
Oh. Are you alright, Liam?
Yeah.
I like your jacket, by the way.
He's not feeling the
I
Christmas
do
spirit.
genuinely like it.
Thank you very much.
I've dressed up for
I
it.
think we need to post a picture somewhere of Liam.
Yeah, you see, we've got a Christmas party to go to after this.
Mm.
See how privileged you lot are. We're postponing our drinking session, which actually started 11 minutes ago, just to record this. You lucky people. So we'll start. We'll just go around quickly and see what we've been up to this week. Who wants to go? Well, Sally. We'll let Sally go first.
Okay, I'll go first because everyone got really excited because I bought Fallout 3 yesterday.
Yes.
Because it's like £3 in CX, and I thought, that looks good.
It is great.
And I started playing it yesterday, and it's one of them games that makes me feel really stressed.
It's shit.
It's not shit, it's
How's-
good. So far, anyway. It makes me
I
feel
thought you said it
stressed
should.
Oh,
because
if people could see Liam's face, then you said that was
his
shit.
heart actually broke into 1,000 pieces.
It's like I actually insulted your ancestors.
You did.
What?
Did.
It is
No,
a great game.
I like it so far. It's stressful to
How
me
far have
though.
you got?
I'm trying to
I've just
swallow
got out
it.
of the vault, and I'm in that like wasteland bit, but I was getting too like jumpy because obviously nothing's jumped out at me yet. I'm
Really?
scared that something will.
Really?
What? Just something jump out at me, I'll scream.
Alright, it's just
I'll get really into it and I go
things-
really close to the screen.
Nah, it's like things tend to
'Cause I
jump
can't
out quite a
see.
lot on Fallout.
Oh.
It's like
That's as far as I got on Fallout. I got out the vault, and then I was like, I don't know. There's a town, isn't there, with a bomb in it?
Megaton.
Yeah,
Megaton.
that's
I
where
didn't
I am.
finish that mission. I was a bit overwhelmed. I think I am with games like that. There's just
There's
too.
so much to do and
Yeah,
like so
there
much
is.
that you have to know that I'm a bit.
Whereas I
I've got like
like
so
to have a
many,
list and where to go.
I've got so many achievements on that, and I'm probably not even like halfway through it yet. You know, it's like one of those like really truly massive games.
Yeah.
It really is.
Well, I'm enjoying it so far.
That's
I like
good.
Skyrim better.
Yeah, I have
Oh, is
Skyrim
that
as
all?
well. I might start playing that as well.
Is that all you have tried?
Yeah.
Oh well.
I think
Boo.
Fallout 3 is an okay game.
I like Skyrim.
It's quite it is quite
probably-
fun actually, but it's like I'm not too keen on the because it's. I think the shooter mechanics are a bit boring.
Have you got Dragon Age?
No.
New one?
No.
Anyone?
I really want it,
Well,
but
it's
it's
not
too
a big break,
expensive.
Inquisition.
It is
Winning Game of
kind
the
of
Year,
slightly 50-ish
awards
weird.
everywhere. Like,
I don't know.
but later on we're going to do Game of the Year, and it's not a particularly big list. It didn't have much competition, to be honest. It's, in my opinion, but we'll get to that later.
Of course, I'm not this list.
Have you watched any films this week? Or-
No, I haven't actually watched any films this week.
Jake, what have you been up to?
Just been watching my programs on TV. A lot of them DC based, so I've been watching Gotham, The Flash, and Arrow.
Any
Well,
good?
Yeah, I'm enjoying them all. I'd say
Just out of interest, I know I'm just interrupting you completely.
perfectly fine.
Does Smallville cut into them?
I don't
in any
think
way?
so. I've never watched it, but
Is
I
that
know
still
that
on?
was done.
Because like
I think it finished.
Yeah, I think it
I thought it
finished.
finished
couple
Yeah.
years.
I was thinking
Yeah.
like Smallville, Gotham, Flash, Arrow.
Yeah, you'd think so, but I think Smallville was its own thing.
Yeah,
And now
definitely.
these three, well, the Arrow and Flash are definitely linked because they're like created by the same people. Like
Isn't there a cameo somewhere down the line as well?
Yeah, I was just about to say I watched the crossover episode yesterday, so that was pretty interesting. And I like the way they did it. Like I thought it was just going to be a straight up team up like with them, but they actually pitted them against each other for reasons you find out within the episode.
Justice League.
Yeah.
Just, you know, the
Oh,
dying to try
yeah,
and match
I
Avengers.
really want to start watching Gotham. Is that good?
Nah.
It depends what you want from it. It doesn't take itself too seriously. So if you watch it that way for what it is, I think you'll have a lot of fun with it.
Because I want to see as well. Does they focus much on Bruce Wayne?
Not so much. It's more on Jim Gordon. but Bruce Wayne is in it. He has his own story. So he's tracking down his parents' murders.
Oh, so they've already died.
Yeah.
Because I know it's set before.
That's
Yeah,
how it
that's pretty
starts.
much how it starts.
Alright.
The Flash is Marvel, isn't he? Yeah.
No, he's DC.
DC.
Is he DC?
Yeah.
Oh, right. Okay.
Mm.
Quicksilver's Marvel.
Right. Okay.
Quicksilver's like the closest thing to
Yeah,
Flash.
that's all I
Marvel.
can think.
Kind of, yeah.
Because I was discussing this the other day and how like DC seem to be way off Marvel at the minute with their future plans and stuff like that.
Well,
Like,
it's
and
just like-
characters are so much weaker, aren't they?
It's because Christopher Nolan's like Dark Knight trilogy that did
Yeah.
so well, and
Yeah.
then the Man of Steel kind of tried
It's
to
not-
go with that direction, but because he's such a superhero,
Yeah.
can't go in that.
Maybe
Yeah,
they
yeah.
can't. They sort of can't keep it up, can they? Like they can't keep
It's-
up the standard that they.
And who
It's
else
not
have they got?
standard, It's just like the different type of filmmaking. Like you have to do a different. Like they tried doing the Christopher Nolan thing with the Man of Steel. You can't really do that with the
It
Man of
was-
Steel because he's not gritty, is he?
Yeah,
He was
no,
Made
it's
it
not.
too dark.
Christopher Nolan was producer on Man of Steel, wasn't
I have no
he? I
idea.
believe he was.
Oh,
Yeah, he had a producing role in it.
He was a producer.
But I mean, if you think about how it ended,
Yeah. Well,
should we just throw the spoiler in there?
how he killed
Somebody.
He killed
Yeah,
a
yeah,
certain
yeah.
somebody.
Spoiler alert. Already spoiled.
A certain somebody of a certain name.
Yeah, he killed someone,
I
didn't
mean,
he?
I tell you what amazed me was the fact that more people must have died in the Man of Steel movie than the Godzilla movie.
Star Trek Into Darkness killed more people than Man of Steel.
Just
Yeah,
not. Batman
shit.
can't. Not allowed to kill anyone either, is he?
No, it's not killing rule.
What is it with DC and not wanting to kill anyone?
Well, actually,
no.
no, I tell a lie because there's alternate universes in DC, which is I think it's quite cool.
Mm.
There's a Flashpoint Paradox, is a DC animated movie focused on the Flash, and he goes to a universe where instead of Bruce Wayne's parents dying, Bruce Wayne dies, so his
Oh.
kid. So his dad becomes Batman,
Mm-hmm.
his wife becomes the Joker, and like because Batman's so like pissed off, he goes around just killing people. He's basically like
So,
a drunken alcoholic Deadpool.
so his mother turns evil.
Yeah, she can't deal with the grief, so she
becomes
goes
the Joker.
insane.
Ah,
And then obviously he doesn't want to kill his wife, and that's where the interaction.
I can't imagine how that would pan out, like a fight between them two. If it's like, if they're both husband and wife, and it's just like,
It's a cool
it's
scenario.
like serious domestic dispute, like gone terribly wrong.
It is a cool scenario, but
Who else have they got character-wise?
in what
DC.
DC?
Aquaman.
Batman and Superman the biggest, aren't they? Yeah.
Martian Manhunter.
I do.
Martial animals.
Green Lantern, which they messed the
Green
hell up.
Lantern,
Oh,
but they're,
God.
Oh,
all
that
the other
film's awful.
films
Is that the
seem a
film
bit.
with Ryan
Aquaman,
Reynolds?
It is.
Cyborg.
Hmm?
Cyborg's cool.
Yeah.
Teen Titans should do a movie of that, shouldn't they? Maybe. Yes. No.
Was there a
I
TV
didn't-
show of Teen Titans?
Yeah,
Teen
yeah.
Titans
There's
good.
I
two.
remember that.
There's a crappy one right now, and then there's the old one from like 10 years ago.
The one that's on right now was like
Ugh.
that's just to be looked at as just a kid's show.
I mean, Marvel's destroying them, though, aren't they? I mean, the amount of characters they've got and the film plans they've got is just way beyond DC at the minute.
Yeah.
I do like DC's universe a lot more in some respects than Marvel's, but
Yeah.
I think Marvel it's because Disney. It's just Disney.
Yeah, and I can't. The Batman versus Superman thing's not. I don't think it's going to work.
I don't know. I saw a film called The Dark Knight Returns, and it's absolutely it's in 2 parts. It's so good. It's animated, but it's like what it is. It's 20 years after Batman's retirement, and he's seen like crime increasing, and like the Joker's got no reason to live because he hasn't got his Batman anymore.
Mm.
You know. Well, it
I've
sounds
heard about
romantic,
this.
but
No, I've heard of this.
I do
Hibernation
have my
or something.
Batman.
You what? Sorry.
Doesn't he go into hibernation or something? Like, he comes back out the
Joke-
Joker.
yeah. It's so cool, but like Batman starts coming back,
Mm.
but he's like an old man, and you can see him like slowly regaining his strength. And then like in the second part of the movie, Superman's like, "Look, you got to stop.
Yeah.
We can't accept this anymore." And then like, and there's a full-on fight between them, but it's so cool.
Right. Yeah, right.
Yeah, I've seen clips of that, and it did look really interesting.
We'll wait and see. I really like the Batman trilogy, and I just don't want them to ruin it with Superman and that. But we'll
Well,
see.
the thing is, I mean, Bane wasn't that cool of a character. I mean, he was a cool character in the Returns, but he
I
wasn't.
couldn't understand a word he was saying through the whole film. It didn't help.
I was born in it.
Everyone's just like, what?
I'll never escape.
Excuse me.
You're not going to say that to him, are you? You're not going to say, can you
Shoot a
repeat
man
that?
before you throw him off a plane.
You have like the two main characters who cannot like be understood at all. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Alfred! Alfred, where are my thoughts?
That was so fake as well, wasn't it? His angry talk. It was like, oh,
I'm Batman.
yeah.
My name is Jeff. My name is Jeff.
Have you been watching anything this week, films-wise, games-wise, doing stuff?
No, I've literally just been. I may as well be sucking my own big toe. Literally doing nothing. I mean, I tell you what, all I've been doing is playing the game Robocraft.
I think
It's
it's like
like-
Robocop there.
Wait, it's like-
No idea.
Oh, okay, it's like
What is this?
Minecraft.
It's like World of Tanks and
Oh.
Minecraft.
Oh.
So you make your tank out of blocks
Right.
or triangles,
Right.
if you want. Put some guns on it, put some wheels on it,
Pimp my
and then you go into like a World of Tanks setting. You have to either destroy all of the enemy or capture their base. You've only got one life.
So it's well the tanks, but blocky.
But,
Do you win
but
more blocks for your tank? Can you get a bigger tank later on?
Yeah, you
and
can get a
Have
hover
like a
tank, you can get a flying tank,
Well,
well,
like a massive,
or just a
tank,
ship.
like an elephant-sized tank.
You can.
Eventually, oh god,
I mean, I've seen really cool. There's actually been like
blue whale.
driving houses.
That's what I used to build with Lego. I got a castle set. and
Actually, yeah.
I just made a castle on wheels instead, and
You
it
make a
was
Death Star
the
tank.
best thing ever.
Good.
And that's the only thing I ever built ever.
It literally is Lego
Yeah.
mixed with World of Tanks. It's really fun
On
actually.
Minecraft.
It's hilarious.
Oh, very good. You been doing out, Liam?
No, not really. Not really been up to much in terms of gaming, I suppose, or even film watching. I suppose. Although we discussed that last week, didn't we? Like, with like Jurassic Park, Terminator, and
Mm-hmm.
stuff like that. But okay.
But you haven't actually watched them, have you?
No.
That'd be something to talk about if you had. Really? There's an exclusive.
I might get Guardians of the Galaxy on DVD now that it's out.
Yeah, well, I was
And
just
then
going to say
It's
that.
so cool that film.
I'll have a look at it.
I watched it again. I saw it at the cinema, and I wasn't, as I said last week, wasn't a huge fan of it. It was good, but not what everyone was saying. I watched the Blu-ray Monday, I think it was.
It's what I
and
hope Star Wars is going
I enjoyed it a bit more. I don't know why. I did enjoy it more. And then I watched Lucy as well, which... Have you seen Lucy?
Yeah, I've seen it.
Shauna, who was in episode 2, she said that it was the worst film she'd ever seen in her life.
It did look pretty bad.
I actually really enjoyed it. It's not amazing. It's not like film of the year or anything, but
It's just got a good idea.
yeah,
Isn't it?
yeah.
Just
It's
helps
about
carry the film.
because I think it's the scene where she walks in, she can control things. She's like the Matrix, like pulling guns out of people's hands and stuff like that. Yeah, and making people hover, which sounds ridiculous because all she's done is access a bit more of her brain.
Hover.
Yeah, she throw things around the room and stuff like that, right? But it does try to explain it because her mind's so powerful she can control like her own cells in her body and like the elements, and it kind of tries to explain, doesn't it? Yeah.
It doesn't just like throw it
Tries
out
and
there and
fails
say it's
sometimes,
accept it. And it's got the...
Well, in some
But I
ways,
think some people might have read it as
some
that.
movies might do better just saying accept it, because then it's like it's magic in a sense. It may as well be magic because
Well,
like
magic.
it doesn't make sense what they're saying. Like no matter how much they try to explain it.
But
It's like,
I don't know, because then it does say it's something that we can't understand
Well-
because we see everything's in ones and twos, and our rules are invented by ourselves,
think
and
of
we're
it this
restricting
way.
ourselves due to that.
Star Wars Episode 4, 5, and 6, the Force
Right.
was this unknown magical thing, and everybody loved it.
Uh,
Star Wars Episode 1 comes out and tries explaining the Force through midichlorians and all that kind of stuff.
right.
That ruined it a
Yeah.
lot for a lot of people.
Okay.
So, think of it like that way.
Well, this film would have been ridiculous if it didn't try and explain it in some way, I think. And I think that's people who aren't enjoying it and thought it was over the top probably saw it as that. It's like, how can she do that? She's only a little bit more cleverer. But I like the idea of it, I really did. And it does bring up some really interesting stuff. And But I like all that kind of like scientific
Boobs.
where we're going.
Scarlett Johansson.
You know what? She's not hot in that film at all. There's not one point in that film I thought, whoa.
They'll probably do that on purpose to like try and take away from her, focus more on the story.
Yeah, maybe. But if you're going to make a film using her, you want to use
Didn't
the best of it.
Didn't she want to get her boobies out in one film? Scarlett Johansson.
There was something like that I saw. It was.
You intrigued me.
Boobies.
Wow.
They didn't want her to, did they? And she wanted to.
Sally, what do you think of it? Would you get your boobies out on a film?
Depends how much I was getting paid, to be honest.
It's done alright for that dragon woman in Game
Yeah.
of Thrones, isn't it?
Daenerys.
She's in the new Terminator.
Dragon Woman.
Yeah,
Daenerys,
Daenerys.
yeah.
Played by Emilia Clarke.
Interesting that you know that, Liam.
Well, yeah, because I'm fan of Game
You're
Google
fan of-
is desktop
Oh,
picture.
Sorry.
I forgot what I was going to
I
say.
don't think there's anything wrong with it.
No.
As long as I don't get everything
It's
out.
like a
As long as you don't
mind wipe.
like look into the black hole of hidden
I can't believe-
secrets.
The Whispering Eye.
Speaking of Terminator, I can't even believe they got Arnie back to play
The baby cave.
Terminator.
As long as they don't get all that out. But it's only boobs, isn't it? It's just like a man getting his top off.
Is it?
Yeah, I think so.
You know what? I'm all for women's rights, especially
I'm all for
white knight. Men can walk around with their shirts off.
Yeah.
I say women can as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let it go.
We need to see more of that.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so. Sally,
Stand up for your rights.
Well, I
Straight
don't.
and
right
top.
now.
I'm not going to do that. Well, I think if men can do it, women should be able to do it, and
Exactly.
it shouldn't be like literally. It's a big sack of fat. So
Oh yeah.
You know.
You had to kill it.
Oh, every
well,
time
yeah,
I
because
think
that's
of
what
that.
it. That's what boobs are.
Big sack of
It's
fat.
just some women jiggling their fat around, and it just happens to be in a different place to men's fat. So
Thank you for ruining
that
it.
is my opinion on the boob issue.
Oh well.
Remember, everyone, it's a bag of fat.
Yeah, brilliant. Thanks. That's lovely.
Danke.
So that covers everything we've played and done and stuff. I want to try and do, like everyone does in the big end of year podcast. It will be the last one until 2015. Try and get like what our favourite films are. We'll quickly do the quiz thing now. Get that out of the way because last week you won't have
Quiz?
heard it. Yeah, the sound file from a film. Guess what the film is. I'll quickly play the one we did last week, and then we'll do a new one. So here's last week's.
1,500 years ago, everybody knew the Earth was the center of the universe. 500 years ago, everybody knew the Earth was flat. And 15 minutes ago, you knew that people were alone on this planet.
Imagine what you'll know tomorrow.
What's the catch? The catch? The catch is you will sever every human contact. Nobody will ever know you exist anywhere. Ever. I'll give you the sunrise to think it over.
Hey, is it worth it?
Oh, yeah, it's worth it. If you're strong enough.
Do you know what it was?
What was it?
None of you have heard it, have you?
Well, not yet, no. I think the sound's yet to get to me.
Can you do the tune?
What
Do you
tune?
even know what the tune is?
It's not a tune, it's a scene.
What's the scene?
Have you not just listened to it then?
I think I heard something.
I'm an ignorant bastard.
It was from Men in Black.
Oh, last week's.
Yeah, last week's. It was from Men in Black, yes.
I thought you meant this week's.
And this week's is now.
Right now.
It's me, Snakes. I got the stuff.
Leave it on the doorstep and get the hell out of here.
All right, Johnny. But what about my money?
What money?
AC said you had some dough for me.
That a fact. How much do I owe you?
AC said 10%.
Too bad AC ain't in charge no more.
What do you mean?
He's upstairs taking a bath. He'll call you when he gets out. Hey, I tell you what I'm gonna give you, Snakes. I'm gonna give you to the count of 10 to get your ugly, yellow, no-good keister off my property before I pump your guts full of lead.
All right, Johnny, I'm sorry. I'm going.
1, 2, 10. Keep the change, you filthy animal.
Right, so, yeah, what's that film from? Do you have any ideas?
What's that film?
What film is that from?
What's that scene from?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that'll work as well.
Grammatical.
What film's that
what's
scene
it
from?
What scene?
What film's that scene from?
What's that soundbite from?
I don't know, to be honest. I mean, like right now.
Yeah, it's difficult, isn't it? Oh, someone's got a... Right.
Turn your phone up when you're in the cinema.
Hi, Mummy.
Boy.
Should we listen in?
Yeah.
I don't want to have to talk through to Middleton. It's not there.
Right. Okay. Well, everything is in that Santa bag.
Okay. It's just the Santa bag then.
Just the.
I need to bring.
Yeah.
The contents on.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Well, you're watching the ride, so I'll be setting off soon. I'll have to walk to the garage to pick my car up first, so.
Jolly Pip.
Okay.
Okie dokie. Well, I'll see you shortly then. Hello?
Your mother hangs up on you.
Mummy!
She's like, what fucking idiot.
Toodle
Pip.
That fucking son of mine. Jolly Pip! Fuck off!
What did I bring up?
What is that?
Oh, God. Oh, where were we?
I'm gonna try.
Oh, this is falling apart. What is happening? Oh, man.
She's turned off her phone.
Maybe her phone died. That makes sense, doesn't it?
No, she just texted me saying where should I meet you.
No. Where are you meeting her? Is she on her way now?
Yeah.
It's just like a big fuck you. It's like, you know, just like, nah, I'm not even gonna fucking
Right.
dignify that with a response.
We'll go into the films. Right, so last night I wrote a list of all the films that came out in 2014. It was quite a long list, bigger than I thought. And then earlier this morning we've kind of narrowed it down a bit, haven't we? Do you all agree with this list here, right? So we've got Interstellar,
So, yeah.
Interstellar, Dawn of Planet of the Apes.
One thing about that is I think the title's way too long.
Yeah, it is.
Dawn of the
The
Planet
Dawn of the Planet of the
It's a bit,
Apes.
Of the
it's
beginning.
a bit too like of the
origins.
Yeah, I
Planet
can't quite
of
understand
the
how that got
Apes.
to final.
Yeah.
Dawn of the
Yeah.
Planet of the Reckoning of the Apes of the Origins, the beginning.
So it loses a mark for the length of its name. X-Men: Days of Future Past, Hunger Games: Mockingjay Part 1, which I've yet to see, and The Hobbit I haven't seen either.
Well,
That's
it just came out today.
Has it just
but-
come out today?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is
I'm
going to be the
watching-
best
I'm
of the year up to now.
Yeah.
Up to now.
We've all got Edge of Tomorrow on there, Lego the movie,
The Lego movie.
and
Lego the movie.
Guardians of the Galaxy. I mean, there was so many more. 22 Jump Street, Transformers. Terrible.
Yeah, Transformers.
Fish and Mouth,
Maleficent.
that's the one.
Transcendence.
Million Ways to Die in
you
the
saying
West, Godzilla. Captain America wasn't up there.
Yeah,
Was that Winter Soldier?
Yeah,
Oh.
it wasn't. We
I
haven't narrowed it
didn't
down.
think it was very good. To be
Okay, that
honest.
doesn't stay on the thing. It
Oh,
got good
okay,
reviews.
Daniel.
It did really well, and like critically. And
I thought it was a bit. It's just for the fact that I was like, if Iron Man was in this scenario right now, this would be done. It'd be ended.
yeah, but it can't do that. They're all separate films, aren't they? He's busy building robots. A Hulkbuster. That's where he was.
Take my
There was a
massive
few scenes
full-
from that film which were over the top and a bit,
Yeah.
but it was good. But okay, it's not going to win Game of the Film of the Year, is it? No. What else? We had Expendables 3.
I only just managed to watch the second one the other night.
I haven't seen the third
Oh,
one yet.
it's interestingly bad.
I've got it.
Well,
it's just meant for nostalgia.
I didn't
for
like the second
80s,
one.
Really.
Where he rocks up with the tanks in that town.
Okay, there.
It's when I switched it off. I genuinely switched it off.
Ridiculous.
I genuinely switched the movie off first time I was watching it when the plane started shooting a tank going out of the front of it. I was like, if it was at the side, that might work. But if it's
I
at
don't
the
think they
absolute
look
front,
at realistic stuff in this. I mean,
I know, but it was too over the top. It was too silly.
what's the guy called who rolls in with the tanks? He's in all them sayings, isn't he? Chuck Norris.
He doesn't roll in.
Doesn't they punch a tank to death or something? What does he do in the second one?
He just comes out of nowhere, shoots all of the guys, shoots a tank, and then just like comes up and then tells a really bad Chuck Norris. Maybe the worst Chuck Norris joke I've ever heard.
Well, I'm gonna Sylvester Stallone. Like, I thought you got bitten by a snake.
The delivery was it was just so bad.
I got bitten by a snake, and after like days of agony, the snake died.
Yeah, it was like, I heard you got bit by a king cobra. That was my Stallone voice. And he was like, I did. And after 15 days of agonizing pain, the snake finally died.
Oh dear.
Yeah, exactly.
Just goes right in one.
I'm still going to watch the third one.
It's a bit like exploitation of the elderly, that film, isn't it? Really? It's like, oh look, you can still put a vest on and shoot a gun. Well done.
Retirement fund, isn't it, for them all?
Yeah. Meme. That's what it is, because it's like people make Chuck Norris jokes.
I just thought it was a bad movie. I kind of want to see that one with Sylvester Stallone and Arnold Schwarzenegger. Are they in
prison? I've seen that.
Yeah.
I can't. What's it called? Lockout.
Escape Plan.
Escape Plan. Yeah.
That seems okay. It seems daft.
It was all right. It was nothing to write home about, but it was all right. I saw Need for Speed this year. Right, that's probably my biggest surprise because that looked pretty bad, but when I watched it, I actually really enjoyed it. Have anyone seen it?
No, I don't really care much for racing.
No, you see, that's it. I wasn't expecting anything from it. I don't know why I even watched it. And then
I've not watched any of the Fast and Furious films.
All the chase scenes and stuff, you can tell they're properly shot. There's not so much CGI and stuff, and films have lost that a bit. And I enjoyed seeing that.
I think the Lord of the Rings film did it really well with all costumes and stuff and the makeup.
Still a lot of CGI heavy.
Oh yeah. There's loads of it.
But these car chases look so much better when they're properly filmed, and Mad Max is doing that as well. Have you seen the new trailer? You can tell a lot of that's like properly stunts.
I don't like the look of the new trailer, just for the fact that you can't really tell who the main character is.
It's supposed to be Tom Hardy, isn't he? Max.
I have no idea.
So I'm guessing in a Mad Max film, Mad Max will be the main character.
Yeah, but like on half of it, you see him like strapped to the front of a car.
Maybe.
And almost dying. It's like
got quite a few big. It is not my most looking forward to film for next year. I'll be honest. But yeah, so they're the ones we've got on the list. Sally, what's your top film for last year?
I think it's between Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, X-Men, or Mockingjay. I think I'm going to say Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, even though that is quite hard to say.
Dawn of the beginning of the Apes, the Reckoning.
I think I saw it at the cinema like 3 times because I went to see it with my dad because he likes them, and then I went to see it with my sister, and then I went to see it again with a friend.
And if you still like it, then that's
and it was still
sign.
It was still sort of, there was something new that you could think, oh, like that's quite good. That's like a sort of reference to the older films, and it was cool.
I enjoyed it. I was just wanting a bit more at the end. I thought it would be about like a war. I mean, I know this war started, hasn't it? But I wanted to see more of. It still felt quite.
It seemed to last a really long time, but not really anything too sort of shocking happened.
Yeah.
It was like, oh, look at this terrible war. It's really bad. And then like 20 minutes later, it was like, still in the war, guys.
Nothing much happened. It did feel very small scale. I hope the next one's kind of like proper full out war.
They've taken over like the world.
Like a world type wide thing. I'd like to see that.
I suppose it's just San Francisco.
Yeah, exactly. Just crossing that bridge. That's the whole film seems to be set between that wood and the bridge, and that it just needs a bit more. It needs to be a bit bigger scale. But no, it's a really good film. Do you think, Daniel?
I made a really nice dinner last night.
No. What's your favourite film?
My favourite film, Guardians of the Galaxy.
Why?
It's me.
It's rubbish. I know. I've just been saying it's good.
No, I think it's okay. It's how I kind of want the new Star Wars to be.
Oh.
Trees and raccoons.
Yeah.
No, light-hearted with serious undertones.
Yeah. No, I agree. Yeah.
Because that was like
Batista.
4 was quite light-hearted with serious undertones. So there's some pretty heavy bits in, like, I'm thinking of New Hope. So like his uncle and auntie dying, that was heavy. Obi-Wan Kenobi dying, a planet dying, loads of people dying.
Spoiler.
And then but at the same time, when you think of it, like there's a lot of light-hearted bits in the film as well. Same with Guardians of the Galaxy, more light-hearted and quite funny, but with some serious bits.
Yeah, no, I agree. I like this.
It was a risk for it was a risk for Marvel though, because
Paid
they
off,
were like
didn't it?
yeah, exactly. They were unknown characters at the start, really, for most fans, and so the fact that a lot of people at least like it, it shows that they've made it.
A lot of the Marvel films are quite light-hearted, though, aren't they? They kind of have to be based on their subject matter.
I thought it was quite sad when he was like his mum was dying.
Yeah.
That's quite sad. I was like, oh.
Yeah, yeah.
And then when he saw her again,
the trailer put me off. Like literally, it was like, oh look, there's a green person and a talking tree.
I think you
and
should
a
watch
talking
it.
Raccoon.
I think you should give it a go.
It just looked cheesy and like a kids' film where
honestly,
they put in loads of like
so funny,
like inappropriate jokes that adults were supposed to get. Do you know what I mean? Like that sort of film.
There's some really good scenes in it that you'd like.
It's not like that. It is really funny.
I mean, it probably is good because
the main character is like he's not taking himself seriously in the slightest.
I'll probably have to watch it. I might watch it on Christmas.
Really.
I would. It's worth watching, definitely. Like, because it does start quite dark, and then the bit when he's in the tomb, walking through the tomb, going towards the.
That's so.
It's brilliant, isn't it? It just instantly shows that it's got
the soundtrack to that. Yeah. It's just so good as well.
Soundtrack's class. I was listening to it the other night. Actually, got it downloaded.
Yeah.
Legally, of course.
Yeah.
For the record.
70s, isn't it? Oh,
YouTube
70s.
to
Is it 70s? 70s. It's
What?
70s.
Oh,
all of it was 70s, yeah.
Apparently Pirate Bay just went kind of defunct. Like,
What, Pirate Bay?
Yeah, Pirate Bay. You know, apparently they had to move over to North Korea.
Did they?
Yeah, apparently.
I didn't know
But apparently now they're just...
I
got a
don't think
feeling.
the trailer was good for it, but the film itself, I did enjoy it more.
What did you think to Guardians of the Galaxy, Jake?
I really enjoyed it. I saw it quite a few times, and I thought it was funny. That's what I appreciated about it. The comedy side as well. Like, it had the action, which with a Marvel film's generally going to be good. The whole space aspect was really good. But I like how I think what I liked about it most was the fact that it expanded the Marvel universe. Like, we've gone to a different galaxy, I think I'm right in saying. And it just means there's more doors open now for the future. So we're going to see that.
Do you think they'll pull them together? Do you think they'll...
I'll tell you what I really
in the long term,
is Thanos.
Yeah, that's
he's
he's in it.
He's done nothing. He just sits there.
He's a badass.
He's rubbish. He does nothing.
Because he's so badass. Yeah, but when he
he's
does
so
get
badass,
involved,
he just sits there.
When he does,
he hasn't done anything in any of the films yet, has he?
Shush. No. When he does get involved though, it will be good.
Right.
Because he's supposed to be an extremely powerful character.
Yeah.
If
yeah,
you
they're
think
building
about,
him up
like,
to be that.
Thanos against the Avengers, that'd be.
I want to see him do something.
I think that's Marvel's one slight problem that it might have, in my opinion anyway. The villains, there's only really one that I think people like, and that's Loki. And they're starting to change him now, so he's not even that much of a villain anymore.
Yeah.
Well, they're now trying to transfer all that over to Ultron. The whole trailer trying to make them look like a...
Finding an enemy that can take on all them as well, though. I mean, they're unstoppable, aren't they, really?
What's the origins of Ultron?
No idea.
In the comics, he's created by Ant-Man or Hank Pym, but in the movies, he's made by Tony Stark. Because since Ant-Man's not in the films, so now it's like he created him to kind of help, kind of bear the burden of looking after the planet, saving humanity. And
I think he was built to help the Avengers clean up all the Hydra bases. I think because there was so many.
And but Ultron kind of interprets his orders over time wrong, or at least not like how the Avengers wanted them to be interpreted. Because now it's like he just sees humanity as the biggest threat to the planet. So he's like, well, I have to destroy it now, destroy humanity. That's pretty much what he does. In a way, he's not actually evil, but he is at the same time.
Liam, what's your favourite film?
On that list?
What's your favourite film in general? I mean, well, this year.
This year, probably Interstellar, yeah. I'm pretty good with that. Interstellar. Enjoyed it a lot.
I initially said The Dawn of the Planet of the Apes, but I think I'm going to change it to X-Men Days of Future Past now, for reasons such as I think the cast were very good in it. They've all played the roles now for quite a few years, so they've got home performances, and I appreciate it more for what the film had to do. It was erasing really, all the poor films we've seen in the past, like you know, the third X-Men. So again, it's opening up that own universe. And
I was so happy with the ending of that. I don't
Yeah.
want to spoil anything, but like how it explains it and fixes everything that the trilogy did.
It's sort of like they were listening to what everybody was saying that they didn't like, and so they were like, right, we need to get rid of this.
Different directors, wasn't it? You had
Yeah.
the first director, and then he's kind of
I think
come back, and
They've got rid of the right things and kept the right
Yeah.
things, I think.
it's like a middle finger to the previous director.
Those films are alright in their own right, I think, though. Like,
Third one's a bit.
Actually, I watched the second one not too recently, and that one wasn't too great. I thought I just X-Men 2 and 3 I thought were a bit.
I sort of grew up watching them, so.
Well, yeah.
I still like them.
I'm a bit biased to them.
No,
I think.
yeah, definitely.
Well, I mean, at the time I loved them.
Yeah.
But then looking back at them,
Yeah,
like, if I was
that's
to
just
watch
where
them
we
now,
were.
I'd be like,
Yeah,
oh.
that's the same
Yeah,
with
but
me.
no, it's not how I remember.
Bit lackluster.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
And you've got to remember, like, how many big actors are in that now, though? Because obviously when it first started, there weren't, but some of them were. But I mean, now you've got that other cast as well from First Class. All of them coming together. That must cost an absolute fortune to have all them.
Patrick Stewart, he's in it.
Yeah.
Has anybody seen the Christmas song "Make It So"? Sorry. If anybody watching it is on YouTube, if you've finished listening to this, go to type in "Christmas Make It So," Jean-Luc Picard. It's brilliant.
Put it in the notes, show notes. What was it?
Christmas Make It So.
Okay,
Jean-Luc
I'll do a little link at the bottom as well on the
Make It
website.
So.
But yeah, if you're watching from YouTube. Also, just while we're on the any kind of comments and stuff for anyone listening, would be much appreciated. It'd be really nice to hear back from anyone. Get a bit of a discussion going. Hoping to build this up over time and have somewhere we can all come and
we'll probably look back
rip
at these
apart
and
films.
be absolutely mortified.
Yeah.
In like a year.
Oh my god!
I sound like a fetus.
What?
A fetus.
What does a fetus sound like?
I don't know, probably quite quiet.
I
Just
don't
like a baby.
I don't think a fetus can make a noise, technically.
Squishy noise.
Oh.
Wow.
I wrote songs and everything while I was in there.
Did you?
Yeah. I
Songs.
thought of Popcornography and
Hanging in the womb.
the whole.
Hanging. That's awful. What an awful metaphor.
No, like hanging out, not like swinging.
I invented the internet from the womb.
Oh yeah.
No one really knows where it really came from. They're all lies. Me, I passed the note out. Anyway,
Okay.
what was your top film?
Alan
X-Men.
with X-Men.
Mine would be Interstellar, because of it's a film for like I hadn't. What am I trying to say? Spit the words out. It's been ages since I watched a film where I was like properly engrossed and like literally sat on the edge of my seat. I don't like long films. This was a long film. It felt like a short film because you're just so into it. The effects were like obviously
Brilliant.
amazing.
Yeah.
Top like best I've seen. Just had everything I like. Really enjoyed it. So
Yeah,
Interstellar would get my vote.
Paddington's out, isn't it?
Paddington's out. Yeah, I want to see that.
My mum seen it the other day.
She like it?
Yeah, she said she had a good time.
There we go. A review from Daniel's mother.
That'd be great.
Can get it.
We should put that on the DVD front cover. Daniel's mum. Yeah, it was alright. Had a good time.
Film. What was that? Maleficent.
We can get my mum in one time for a podcast.
What do
What do you think of it, mum? She'll just walk out the room.
Just hang up on us.
Yeah.
Just turn the recording off.
Sing for you, Daniel.
You what, Liam?
Any of you seen that Maleficent?
You know
Yeah,
what?
I
I
watched it.
quite liked it.
I don't remember it too much. No. It was a while ago in
Was
the
it
film.
supposed to be Sleeping Beauty?
Yes.
Yeah,
Like
Sorry,
the
Ross.
other
except like
side.
the villain is the good guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's that. She's
Don't
supposed to be the
spoil
baddest of
it.
the baddest, but
But
all the
she's
way
not.
through it, she's quite.
Angelina Jolie, we have to have her as a
That's
good
fine.
guy.
Well,
like it.
she's not.
Did
that
anybody
easy.
see Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
No,
Yeah.
No, I haven't seen that.
absolutely
Yeah.
not.
What
You did a review, didn't you?
Yeah, a lot of people didn't like it because of like it's by Michael Bay and you just think explosions. But I think I think in this case it worked. Like because they're more. Well, I'd say they're more light-hearted. They're not like
It's
you know
basically.
serious, are they? They're always
All I can think of is like Transformers with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Was it like that? Would you say it translates similarly?
Similarly, but I think the film's strongest point was the chemistry between them all, because, you know, you actually believed that there were 4 brothers and they all, you know, the bicker and everything. And it just really, it helps drive the story along.
That's cool.
Out of films, you seen The Equalizer, didn't you? Did anyone?
I love that film.
Yeah, I haven't
That's
seen
brilliant.
that. I nearly forgot about that one.
Was that out this year?
Yeah.
Oh my god, it's so
It's
good.
not out on Blu-ray yet.
It is so good.
That's how I'm going to
Honestly.
see it. I don't know. I'll find out when it's out.
I absolutely love that film.
Yeah?
It's brilliant.
Right. The trailer looked class. So
It is proper. It is not what you
gutted
think.
I missed it at the cinema. I want to see Fury as well. I really want to see that. That's still at the cinema, isn't it? You've seen it?
It is, yeah. Yeah.
Good?
Yeah.
Right.
When's Dumb and Dumber 2 out?
It's
this
out
month.
now. It's out now, isn't it?
It's already
Yeah.
out.
I don't know the look
Do
of
you
that.
know what the reviews are for it?
IMDb, I think it was around about 5 or 6, something like that.
I'll tell you what's quite funny. I do actually laugh at one bit in the trailer where he's like trying to yank out the catheter.
Oh.
That makes me cringe but laugh at the same time, even though it's so simple.
I don't know.
What
I
do you
don't
say,
know.
Sally?
Not my sort of film.
One of them
Yeah.
films I'll probably watch later on. Not in a rush to see that. I'd like to quickly blast through your favourite game of the year as well. I made a list. It's not particularly long. Really quickly, we've got. Can you class GTA 5 next gen? Because it came out last year, didn't it? The next gen version. It has. It's got new things, but I don't know if you can class it as a. We've got. We can't really class Game of Thrones and Telltale Tales from Borderlands yet, can we? Either. There's only one episode. There's only one episode of. Game of Thrones is a 6 episode.
Well, so far it's been promising that Game
brilliant.
of Thrones game. Like,
right, so we've got this is quite biased because I'm only on Xbox One, but I've got Forza Horizon 2, Shadow of Mordor, Destiny, Wolfenstein, Sniper Elite 3, Watch Dogs, Titanfall, Lego the Movie, and we've Dragon Age, Far Cry 4, The Crew, Sunset Overdrive, Evil Within, Alien Isolation, and Diablo. Now, there's a few of them I haven't played. Some of them I won't ever play. Not interested in Alien or Evil Within. Or Diablo, really. I know Dragon Age is winning a lot of the awards. Personally, for me, because I'm a huge driving nut, Forza Horizon 2 is probably going to win. I did enjoy Titanfall when it came out. It got boring quite quickly. Watch Dogs was alright, but I think Forza Horizon 2, it's not been the best year for games, in my opinion.
Yeah. Because the next gen's only just come out, so they haven't done much.
I thought Destiny was alright, but overhyped. Same with Titanfall.
I didn't know. It's just like, I don't know. Like,
I could go on the DVD cover as well.
I think I mentioned in one of the previous episodes what I thought of it, and then there's obviously the review I've done. So
Yeah,
like,
you did a review on your website.
No point in like kind of
Quite good.
rehashing it, but it's like, I don't. Not fun.
It starts alright. The story then you realise is just cack, so you start to lose a bit of interest, and then it kind of ends. And you're just like, hey?
Multiplayer is fun.
Yeah, it's alright. It's just Halo.
It's like Call of Duty, Titanfall, and Halo mixed
Kinda.
together. That's literally what it
It
is.
hasn't, I'm not playing it anymore though, so it hasn't. It's missing something. They've brought out some DLC this week, haven't they?
I don't know.
People are knocked off because you have to have the DLC to play the weekly challenges and stuff now, apparently. So obviously that's Activision being greedy, as usual.
Halo 5 beta. Like at first I was really skeptical, but it actually looks amazing.
Looks class, doesn't it? It does.
Like I'm really looking forward to that.
It does.
Because like the main issue I was thinking of, there's like a zoom in function on all of the Halos, which just literally zooms in. But on the next Halo, it's like aiming down sights more or less. Still gives you that same like zoom in function, but with aiming down sights.
It needed a bit of that, didn't it?
Well, at first I was thinking that's going to ruin it, because like when you aim down sights in every other game, you slow down, and that slows down your movement speed and everything.
Yeah.
But in the next game it doesn't, which is pretty cool.
Yeah. No, Halo 5, I think, hopefully they've learned from the Master Chief Collection, which didn't work for like a month and a bit. They've now just fixed it. So it's been a game that you bought and haven't really been able to play it until the single player kind of worked. Co-op was a bit touchy. Why are you squirting milk at me from your nipples? What's your favourite game, Jake?
there's been very few that I've played, so if I'm allowed to say, I could only say GTA 5 for the PS4.
Okay.
Just because...
I'm playing the new gen version, though.
Yeah.
That first-person view makes it feel completely different, doesn't it?
Yeah. I mean, I never played it on the first gen, so...
Oh, did you know? Right.
It's completely new for me, but the story is really good. I just like the fact that there's so much you can do on it, though, and it's very interactive.
It's the world they've built is literally like it feels like a living thing, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Like you've got all the internet and you've got all the little things
online
going on
as well.
Yeah.
And like we've made like a small crew, so we just do missions together. And it's good fun.
Yeah, it is. Class. Sally.
Hi. Out of all the games that are on that list,
You haven't played any of them.
no, I actually haven't played any of them. I'm looking forward to maybe getting the Dragon Age game, but it's really expensive at the minute.
Yeah.
I was just going to mention the absolute flop that was The Sims 4.
Yeah.
Literally, so many people were absolutely like so excited about it.
Didn't finish making it, did they? They released it.
They released it without like half the stuff that even The Sims 2 had.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, hello, where's all my stuff? And they were like,
it should have flopped.
It's coming, guys.
Yeah,
don't worry.
Come on, guys.
They've done like updates that are free that have put. Now there's ghosts and swimming pools, but there's still no like babies. Like they get a baby and then it grows into a child straight away. Like in The Sims 2, there was like a bit in the middle where they were like,
kid.
yeah.
Wow.
And they took that out, and everyone was like, "Why did you do that?" And I'm like, we don't know. Anyway,
A game like that needs a lot of content anyway, doesn't it?
And
so you can
like
be creative.
the Sims 3 is like open world, so you don't have to. Once it's loaded, you don't have to load anything else. But Sims 4 has loads of loading screens.
Yeah.
Why would you put that back into a game? I don't understand.
It's completely.
I was so
unfinished.
excited about it, and then it looks terrible, so I'm not gonna buy it. It's
What
like
are they
£50 for an unfinished game.
It's like SimCity.
Yeah, I was going to say
The
that.
new SimCity one was like nowhere near finished when they released that.
Didn't work, did it? That was all online, and online didn't work, so you couldn't play it. I don't know.
EA, that company is, isn't it?
Yeah.
What's EA then? I mean, they've got like
EA.
other fish to think about, which is like, I don't know. EA does own DICE, don't they? Do they still own DICE?
Yeah.
Well, obviously
That didn't work for about 3 months when that first came out.
They're
the
probably
last one.
focusing all their efforts into Battlefield 4. There's Battlefield Hardline, which is just. Oh wait, no, sorry, DICE isn't doing that, are they? Hardline.
Star Wars, they're doing.
Yeah, they're doing Star Wars, the
they're
new
doing
Battlefront game.
Battlefront.
So they're probably putting all their efforts into that. So things like The Sims is just getting like washed.
Why would they though? Sims is huge. They sell millions upon millions and millions.
Because
Probably more so than they
probably
were.
what got me into like playing video games in the first place.
That's
I had
sold
like the
way
original
more than
Sims.
anything else. They should have.
Probably because of they're working with Disney. Because obviously Star Wars. I mean, if you think of it this way, Star Wars Battlefront, the new game, is coming out. Is it next year? So is the movie.
There's no excuse though,
Yeah,
and
that's true.
they're all individual
So-
developers working on the games though, so it's up to them, isn't it?
They're getting so
It's
much
not really
abuse on
EA.
like Twitter and stuff. Like the people who work for The Sims,
Yeah.
like loads of them have left.
There's
Like
still
a lot of them did.
Maxis. Is it Maxis?
Yeah, I think so. Loads of them left after like the first thing came out, and everybody was saying how rubbish it was. Loads of them left, and they've brought in new people. And like I think there was 2 new people, and one of them's left already, and they've been there for like a couple of months.
That's a
I'd just
company
put
you'd
up
want to
with
work
it.
for, wouldn't you? But
If I was working for EA, I'd put up with a hit.
yeah, I mean, I'm moaned about it enough, but every single game that comes out now tends to have issues. Nothing works. And it's just trying to push everything out in time scales and
I
stuff.
mean, Assassin's Creed is by far
Yeah.
They pumped out two big release games this year in 1 year, and then they're doing one next year, and then
They do 2 different generations of game consoles.
Yeah,
They're not doing
it's
that next year, are
ridiculous.
they? Isn't it just
no, they're getting a new
next
one
gen?
next year.
Yeah, but is it just
Oh.
next gen next year?
I couldn't
It would make sense. No one's going to be. It's
What
going
have they actually
to
announced?
move on.
Yeah, the next one's in Victorian London, so it looks
Ah.
promising in the fact
Yeah,
that the
that's right, you
setting.
mentioned
Have you
the
seen that
last-
screenshot yet? Of the next Assassin's Creed?
Oh, it's a bit on
Just
my
one
blog.
screenshot was enough to get me excited.
Yeah, there's a bit on my blog if you want to check that out.
Give that a look.
Oh.
What would your game of the year be?
My game of the year. It's tough, really, because I mean, Destiny is probably one of the more successful ones, but it's not particularly my favourite. I mean, I'm really biased towards the Halos, and honestly, the Halo 2 anniversary cutscenes look so good.
You haven't played it, have you? Christmas.
No, because
It works now. You've waited just to the right time.
I know,
I might as well have got it at the same time as you.
but I still can't play it till Christmas. So I've refused to watch the cutscenes like online, but I've seen so many screenshots and some.
Yeah,
I've just seen little snippets here, there, and everywhere, and they look so amazing. Look unreal. It's like because they're I forget the name of the company that did it for Halo 4, but the Spartan Ops cinematic episodes were so good, absolutely amazing.
Is it the same ones who did it for the Halo 2 anniversary? Same team.
Yeah.
Oh, what were they called?
I don't know. 343. No, it's not 343. They didn't do the cinematics.
Oh, it's on the tip of my tongue. Yeah, doesn't matter.
I mean, the 343 did the cinematics of Halo 4 between. They didn't do the prologue and what's the one? Epilogue. And they didn't do the Spartan Ops cinematics.
So, out of the games you played, what would you go for?
I don't know.
Oh wow! All of that.
Okay, let's have a look at the options again. Okay, well, we're going to.
They're just the ones that I'd played. I went through my list and thought, and then I
Shadow
realised
of
how
Mordor,
short it was.
I don't think should be there.
Hey, it's a good game. Have you
It's a
played
good
it?
game that's disappeared.
What?
DLC just come out.
It's just a good game that's disappeared.
Yeah,
I've
but
said that about a lot of games.
It hasn't really got multiplayer, so it's not expected to hang around forever, I guess. I get your point.
To be fair, Fallout hangs around forever.
Walking Dead Season 2.
It was weaker than the first one.
Yeah, it was...
good. And I'll play Season 3, but it was weaker than the first one.
Wolf Among Us, I thought that was good. Kind of ended a bit... Sniper Elite 3 didn't faze me. Didn't faze me at all. Titanfall, multiplayer's fun for maybe a week.
They brought out a lot of DLC, and that's the issue, because everyone moved on. And the DLC gave you like survival mode and all that kind of stuff, but that should have really been there from the beginning.
Yeah.
And I think that would have made it, but hey, I don't know. It was a really good game. I'll play the next one.
Destiny multiplayer is quite fun, but that's about it really.
You play Watch Dogs?
Yeah, I thought that was actually, to be honest, I thought it was quite rubbish. I thought the stealth. I mean, it's a game.
No, I thought it was good.
I mean, it's a game that's focusing on hacking and stealth, and the stealth that you do in it is like you may as well just be walking around with sirens blazing on every single like piece of your body. You know, you're completely invisible to guards. Like you could be crouched in front of them, and they'd be like, "What was that noise? Is there somebody there? Hello?" And you literally just like teabag in the back of the ship.
I like easy games. No, it's a good game. I actually enjoyed it. It was filled up with too much stuff. They just threw stuff in just to kind of pad out the, like collectibles and little. You don't have to do them, but they took that from like Assassin's Creed. Assassin's Creed did that, didn't they? Fill the world with just
the Master Chief Collection.
Boring stuff.
I will say playing all of the Halos in 60 frames per second is fantastic.
Yeah, I reckon you'll choose that once you've played it.
Well, like I say, I'm biased to Halo, so I'm probably always going to choose Halo.
My finger is like kind of bleeding all of you.
Oh shit, yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh god, 999. That's to come off that, Yeah, that'd be brilliant. Can we do that live? Cut your finger off.
Yeah, sure.
For the ratings.
Doesn't work very well audio wise, does it? Just half an hour of screams.
Pre-sequel. What happened with Borderlands pre-sequel? That came out this year.
Yeah, it did.
Vanished again.
Yeah, sorry, missed that. Yeah, like I said, it is quite a biased list from there because it's all I've got. But you've all played PC games and that, don't you?
Is Evolve. You don't like the look of Evolve?
No.
How come?
I don't know. It's just not my kind of game. I don't know. Nothing's really jumping out at me.
I like Evolve for the fact that like you can play quite stealthily as the monster.
It's a multiplayer base, isn't it?
Yeah.
I quite like my single player story.
Well, it's like for Left 4 Dead 2. That's not really single player, but it works really well as a multiplayer. Like it works amazingly as a multiplayer.
Yeah.
A multiplayer. PC games. Like I said, I've just been playing Robocraft, TF2. RuneScape. Yeah.
Liam.
Yeah.
What's yours? And then we'll wrap it up.
I'm not really.
Go and get drunk, eh?
None of them are like really. Yeah, I'm not really fussed about any of them except for the Game of Thrones game. But there's only one episode.
See, that's
So,
it.
like-
Usually every year there's some standout game.
Well, it would have been Destiny if it was
Good.
better. If it was a better story, it would have been Destiny.
Yeah.
I could say that about. You could say
Yeah,
that about
you're
a few
right.
Games.
Like,
Because the multiplayer was good. Well, you don't like the multiplayer, Liam.
I just don't like it in general. I mean, nothing wrong with the mechanics and all. I just.
that's the only good thing it
I
had.
just think it's bland.
Gameplay was good. That was it. It was missing so much.
I'm gonna take the cheap option and just go for GTA 5 the next gen. Just because it's just like.
Well, that's a very, very good choice.
It is a game that I like, even though it came out like last year. So technically, it's like, yeah.
Mm. Yeah, but I could go with that.
Yeah, it was difficult this year to do that.
It is.
Choose one.
Otherwise, I would have went for the Game of Thrones game, but there's only one episode. So,
Hello.
You know.
Hiya, I'm just setting off now from Gisborne, so probably see you in just over 20 minutes.
Okie dokie then, Mum.
Okay, thanks then.
Bye.
Bye.
No, she didn't hang up.
I was hoping she'd just gonna fucking make
Keep back up with him.
Bitch.
Just turns out I didn't actually put the call down.
Is she joining us for next week's episode?
Yeah.
No, we're not doing one next week, are we? No. Yeah, so we'll be coming back in the new year, raring to go. It won't be long after that when we're gonna all start coming together and compiling all our. Because at the minute we've all got blogs on all different websites and stuff, haven't we?
Yeah.
We're going to keep it that way. It's nice. We're going to try and make this like Popcornography is like a central hub. And just put everything together and everything film and game.
Sounds good.
Entertainment, digital entertainment. So yeah, if you ever want to chat about anything, any comments about the episode, what you'd like to see, anything, abuse.
Just comment anything, please.
We need you.
Reviews of
I need you
Daniel's
right now.
beard.
In and around your mouth.
What?
Sally.
What?
I don't even
I don't know what that was supposed to imply.
I'm not entirely sure.
Right down your baby.
Right, so we'll see you in 2015. Have a great Christmas,
Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.
New Year.
Mm.
And,
Just like Santa.
Merry Christmas, everyone.
Ho, ho, ho.
Let's go get drunk.
My whole.
See you later. Bye.